Hey everybody, I'm here today to make a quick video of myself installing faux wood blinds. I have some blinds down here that I will be installing right over there. Now as you can see, I've already installed those blinds and I'm going to show you the exact process that I used. Now it's a really simple process and basically this is what I will be installing. I have these two end pieces here, and these go on each end of the blinds. I have this middle piece here, and this is used for extra support on the somewhat longer or wider blinds. I have some screws, and I have my drills and screwdriver. It's a really simple process, and I'm going to be walking you through it as I do it. Let's get right to it. So, as you can see right over there, that is where I will be installing the blinds. Let's get to work without further ado. I'm going to take this ladder and I'm going to be doing my best to explain everything as thoroughly as possible and walk you through each step. So right now I'm just going to take these two pieces right here. These are the end pieces and I'm going to just put them in place so I know which one goes on which side. Now you can mount these on the top, on the side. There is a variety of ways to mount them. I'm just trying to open one of them. But they're really easy to mount. You basically just screw them into place. So I've opened up one of them. I'm going to open up the other one. Let's just open it up just like that. Now I'm mounting them upwards. So I'm going to make sure that I can slide the blinds in. So this is going to go on my right side. And this one's going to go on my left side. As you can see right here, that's how they will be mounted. Okay? Now, usually you would measure and you would place these on the ends of the blinds. And generally speaking, it would be basically from one end of the window frame to the other end. But since I'm doing a half and half setup here, I know that this one is going to go all the way at this end right here. And this one is going to go all the way touching that piece over there. So I don't need to measure because I already know that it's the perfect size. Also, you want to make sure that they are centered with regards to the depth. But once again, I've actually put a piece of trim over here that I use to cover up a gap. So I'm just going to put these directly up against the trim. So let's start off. I'm going to start off by putting this one in place. I'm just going to use two screws. And I'm going to screw this sideways into the side of the window frame. But when I screw it in sideways, I'm also going to make sure that it's hitting the top as much as possible. So basically, it's like top mounting it, but instead of screwing it in upwards, I'm just screwing it into the side. It makes it a little bit easier for me to do. So I'm going to go ahead and do that right now. Just go ahead. All right, now that that one has been mounted, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to mount this one all the way on the left. Now for this one, I am going to actually be screwing it into the top. And for that, because I don't have a long enough bit, I need my screwdriver as well as my drill bit. So what I'm going to do with this one is I'm going to simply use the drill to mount it in place first, and then use the screwdriver to tighten it. Now when you take a look at these brackets right here, you can see that there's a bigger hole at the bottom and smaller holes at the top. That's because when you're screwing it into the top, this bigger hole at the bottom allows you to access it with the drill bit and the drill. Now if you have a long enough drill bit, then you won't need to use a screwdriver, but since I don't, we have to improvise and we have to make it work. So I'm going to use the screwdriver as well. So I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to mount this one upwards over here at this end. All right, now the final step before I actually take the blinds and put them in place is to take this center piece right here and mount it somewhere in the middle. Now once again, this is just for some extra reinforcement. And I want to point out one thing with this centerpiece right here. You can see that on the top here, and this is where I screw into the upper portion, there is a piece right here that's long. So what I like to do is with this long opening, I like to put the screw in here first, get it like 95% tight in place, move the bracket where I want it to be, then tighten it, and then put the second screw in. So basically the goal is to get it about 95% 90-ish, 95% in place first with that longer hole, and then you're going to actually tighten it in place when you have it exactly where you want it to be. And then once you've done that, you are going to put the other screw in. So I'm going to do that right now. Oh, the forearms. Almost there. Whew. The pain. My goodness. Okay. So, now that I got that last bracket in place and I've worked my forearm to the point where I feel like it's going to fall off, it's time to actually mount the blinds, which is the final step. So basically you want to take the blinds, you want to slide them in place right there, and then we're just going to snap these little tabs shut, and the process will be complete. Alright, so you know what? There's a slight problem. When I went to get these blinds cut, I cut them to be about 1/4 of an inch too big. So right now they're just slightly too big to fit in the position. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to take these back to the store. I'm going to get them to shave off just 1/4 of an inch to about 1/2 an inch to make sure that they fit in there nicely. But here's the thing. This video is still valuable, so I'm still going to publish this video. Now, all that I would have to do at the end is take these blinds, slide them in place, which I was almost doing. As you can see, I did one side. I got this side here, this right side. I slipped that right side in place, but the left side is just slightly too big, slightly too big. So you're going to take the blinds, you're going to slide them in place. Once they've been slid into place, you're going to take these little tabs, you're going to press them down, and then simply click them shut just like that. It's that simple. It's that easy to install faux wood blinds. Once again, I do apologize for this little fail at the end of the video, but you know what? In the video, I still showed you basically the entire process, minus myself actually putting them in place, just because it didn't work out in my favor. But this is the reality of installing things, of the DIY lifestyle, of doing a renovation and so forth. Sometimes things aren't going to work out your way. You have to simply take a step back, correct the problem, and take 2 steps forward. So let this be a lesson to myself and everyone watching. If something doesn't go your way, don't get frustrated, just correct the problem. And that's basically it. I hope that you have enjoyed this video of myself almost installing faux wood blinds. And that's all I have for you today. Thanks for watching.